Good morning, happy Monday. I'm gonna start anti-aging this face. Hello, my name is Maureen. I turned 60 in April and I love makeup. So welcome. I'm gonna show you how just a few products can really take away years off my face. So I'm going to start with a primer for my eyes. This is called Pro to Fit, and you can see I have very dark circles under my eyes and a lot of crepiness under there. So I'm going to take this is a Pro to Fit primer, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to cream it like this on my finger, turn it really soft and really creamy, and then I'm just going to pat that under my eye really just gently. And it's my secret sauce. It is magic. It is magic in a tube. And this little tube lasts like forever because you just use a tiny bit. Do you see the difference between this eye and this eye? Hopefully I have it blended in. I can't see in my phone, and I'm going to do the same. Not only that, when you get older, I lose my vision up close and medium vision. I still have my far vision, but it's the phone I have a lot of problems seeing. So I'm just going to tap that in, and this will cover up any blemish. If you have a scar, it kind of like putties in and fills in crepey, textured skin. And I'll just put a little bit on my eyelids, and hopefully that's all blended in. I can't see, but is this a miracle? A miracle products, $10.90, and it's worth its weight in gold. So I'll just pat that in. Do you see how it gets rid of all that redness in my eyelids? Let's make sure I got it. Hold on, I got to do my 15 times makeup mirror so I can actually see. So if you say hello and I miss you, I apologize. I will go back in and check the comments when I am done. The next thing I like to do is add a primer, which is gonna like fill in all the pores of my face, and it's also going to color correct this face, which has a lot of redness and a lot of yellow, sallow kind of looking skin. I love this VFX Pro. What was the name of that? It's called Pro to Fit. It's a Pro to Fit primer, and it's $10.90, and the link is in my bio. So yeah, just click on that link. It's under makeup and under eyes. And then I'm going to add this. This is our VFX Pro, and this is a CC primer. So it's a color control primer, which is what I need for this skin. And it really kind of cancels out redness, and it creates just such a smooth, super even surface to lay down my foundation. And it feels amazing. There's really no scent, or if anything, it's like just a kind of clean, non-existent scent. Okay, so I'll just put this primer on. The primer is gonna fill in all those pores, kind of diminishes all the look of my wrinkles, and helps the foundation like last all day long. See how it's tinted green? It's tinted green. I'll take the rest and I'll just put it on my hands. Do super easy. So I'm just gonna do the BB cream foundation, and basically this is just like a beauty balm. So it has a lot of really emollient, really good for you ingredients for your skin, and then has a kind of a medium coverage. I'll just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to tap that around my face. Just do super easy. This is just one of our foundations. We have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different foundations. Everybody has their favorites. This is probably the least expensive and amazing foundation. Okay, let me just blend this in. Again, it just feels like you're putting on your moisturizer. Super lightweight, no scent to it. And it just makes a really soft coverage to the skin. And it'll never look cakey or yucky. It's gonna just make your skin look like skin. Your skin only better. Okay, just tap it in. Again, if I miss a spot, let me know. Well, I won't read it. I won't be able to read it till after I'm done, but so just tap it in. This is a slightly damp sponge. I just wet it, I wash it, I wet it. I'm gonna bring this down. I wash it, I wet it, and then I squeeze it out in a towel so it's just barely wet. Okay, is that blended? Hopefully that's blended. I'm gonna go in with my full coverage liquid concealer. This concealer goes on liquid, so it goes on wet and it dries matte, and it doesn't need any setting powder. So how awesome is that? Because if you've had concealers that get in those wrinkles, which my worst area is under my eyes, on my face, that's where like my textured skin is. And I'm gonna put a little bit up here to kind of lift my eye and get rid of that shadow right there underneath my eye. I can use this to highlight my face, so it can be like a full coverage concealer and a highlighter. So I can put a little bit down here. If I wanted to, I just want to show you wherever I have like really deep wrinkles, which is like everywhere now, I can take it and just kind of fill in. Boy, I gotta get a new one of these. It's running low. Kind of use this as a highlighter and a concealer. I'll just lighten this area up and lift my forehead just a little bit, adding some brightness. I like to put this on my eyelids to really lighten up my eyelids. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids. Yeah, I could bathe in this stuff. It's really cooling to the skin. It feels amazing, and again, there's no scent to it. So if you're a person that is like me and does not like scents, you will love it. Again, same sponge, just gonna tap all this in. I leave the under my eyes for the very last, because I wanna keep that like really, really light. So we'll just tap that in. I wish I could see better. I really wish I could see better for you gals, but it's a struggle. The struggle is real. Okay. So I'm just now this is gonna help lift the face when I add my shadow. I'll just tuck that in. Just blend it in. Again, it dries to perfection. No powder needed. And I'm not sure about you guys, but man, I have a problem with powders. It just seems to look heavy on my skin, even the super, super lightweight microfined powders. I like my skin to look like skin, so I love this concealer. Do you see how beautiful now that looks under my eyes? And when I started, they were so dark. Okay. Alrighty, now my favorite part. So once I have this blended in, which it's not, once I have this blended in, then I get to start with the really super fun part, and that's sculpting the face. If you guys have never sculpted your face, you'll be addicted. This is our Sculpt palette. So it's got 2 matte shades and 1 really light shade, and they're all matte. There's no frost or sparkle, so it's not going to accentuate any texture of the skin. And I'm just gonna take these 2 and I'm just gonna blend this out. Now watch how this brings back the youth and the beauty. Youth and beauty. Look at this. OMG. It's like I'm 10 years younger because it's got that youthful, just gorgeous brown color. It's so pretty. This is my favorite part. And then I'm gonna take this brush. This brush is $6.90, and it's the only brush you need basically for your whole face. I just keep flipping it over. I'm going to take it, I'm kind of squeezing my brush here, and I'm just going to like tightly draw a line kind of between my upper ear and my eye. I'm going to do it really heavy, and that's okay. I'm going to buff it out. Right now I'm just kind of laying it down because this is going to make this look lifted. Super easy, super easy. Anybody can do this. I'm going to do the same under here because I've lost that firmness and that tone in my jawline. So I'm just creating this shadow underneath here where I have kind of like a little turkey neck going on here. It's just creating a shadow. You can bring it down so everything blends. Come around. Ta-da. Don't worry, I'm going to blend this out. If you think it's heavy, don't let me scare you right now. You can do this as light as you want. I'm just a heavy-handed kind of gal. I'm going to take it and I'm going to start sculpting my eyes and adding some, because you kind of looks like a blob there, doesn't it? There's really no dimension anymore to my eyes because my eyelids are hanging over onto my lashes. My crease is way under there. So I'm just going to pretend that that's my crease right there. So I'm going to start working some shadow. Such a beautiful color. Just working this shadow to try to make this eye look like I have a lid. And I'm going in that upward. See how I just flipped this brush over? Flipping amazing. And then just connect this. And this is going to give my eye some type of definition. Just like that. You can take your brush and go under your eye and add some warmth under the eye to make that eye stand out and look beautiful. So I'm just taking my brush, I'm squeezing it, making it smaller and not using it as a big fluffy brush. So just brushing it under my eye. Make sure I have enough on so you can see it. Do you see the difference between the two eyes? I don't know. Can you? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Now I'm going to use it to sculpt out my nose because I have the longest nose in history, and I swear it grows longer as I get older. So I'm going to come up and pretend that my nose stops way higher than it actually does by creating a shadow underneath there. Again, I'm going to buff all this out, and then I want a little button nose like all the models have. So I'm going to try to create a little button nose right there. It's just playing with shadows. Okay? Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference in my eye? Okay, let's do the other side. Again, I'm going to come up, creating just shadows to my face. Coming up, getting it to where I can see that it looks like it's recessing and going back, and just bringing everything in an upward lifting motion. Okay, and now I'm going to just take a fluffy brush. Okay, where's my fluffy brushes? Alrighty, I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to soften that. So just a big old fluffy brush. Just soften that all up. You can't tell where one thing starts and one thing stops. Again, with the eyes. How easy is this, right? Easy, easy. I love easy. Give me easy any day. So my face is lifted and looks much firmer. it has personality now because it was kind of really washed out before. If you wanted to, you could take the light color in this palette and really kind of use it to offset that dark. So I'm going down the center of my nose. Whoops, I'm going to touch this up here. I can go right. If you add lightness to the bottom of your lid next to the darkness that I put for my crease, it's going to make the lids look like they're not hooded. It's magic. Absolute magic. Let's just do a little more. And you can build the color. Just build it till you love it. I don't use a lot of, oh, is that pretty? Okay. So just build that lightness around the eyes. Cool. So really, you really don't need to do any heavy eyeshadow or anything. You could just use the Sculpt palette for your whole look. And then we're going to go on with blush. Is like so important to look younger. I love this blush color. This is 06 of the Tender Blush series. Let me swatch it for you. Just a kind of really neutral, not too pink, not too, isn't that gorgeous? Peachy. It's like the perfect color. It's like the perfect color. So I'm going to put this high up on my cheeks because when I don't smile, I don't want it low because it's going to look like I'm sagging. So I'm going to put it really up high, right under my, right under my eye, because it's going to like brighten up that whole eye area. I'm going to bring it around like this, like a C. And then I'm going to like pat it over my nose. And again, I'm going to blend this in so it's all going to be softer. I promise. So I'm going to go right under my eye because it kind of helps really brighten up that whole face of mine. Okay. I can also take this because it's such a pretty color. And if I wanted to just add a touch of color, I could just put it on the outside corners on my eyes just to like have a little bit of pretty, beautiful color on the outside corner. So pretty. Okay. It's such a pretty color. Again, on this side, just so that you kind of can see some color. So basically, I'm saving a ton of money because I'm not buying an eyeshadow palette. So you can use your blushes on your eyes. You can use your Sculpt palette on your eyes. There's no rules. You can make lipstick out of this color. And now I'm just going to blend that in. Blend, blend, blend. Let's blend it in and make it look pretty. Okay. Let's just soften it. I'm just going to soften this up. Again, I don't want you to see where it starts and it stops. So we'll just really blend this around till I feel like it's softened. I'll take my big fluffy brush again and let's soften that. Soften, soften. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and so I just popped on some mascara. So I have mascara on, but I didn't put on any other makeup. Okay. Is that looking okay? All right. Let's just say that that is looking okay. Now let's finish up with popping these eyes. Oh, I didn't put the brown under this eye. I didn't do that. Let me just put the little bit of... So this look only requires the Sculpt palette and this brush. And I think the Sculpt palette is $21.90 and this brush is $6.90. So you could get them both for under $30. Is that insane? That is insane. Okay. I'm becoming obsessed with blue. So I'm going to get some blue just to put some blue under my eyes. This is blue. Yes, it is. Okay. This is our blue Extra Last eyeliner. It's pretty deep color blue, and I'm just going to put that right under my eye. Gotta see. Okay. Now we'll take the lighter blue. This is lighter, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is a little, wait a minute. Yeah, so I think this is a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna put that in the inside. I'm going to put on another coat of mascara. I really can't see a darn thing. Okay. People make this look so easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. I love this mascara. This is our green mascara. It is vegan. I didn't even know that mascaras were unvegan. But this is just one of our mascaras. We have like 6 different mascaras. And my favorite are the Limitless, which I need a new one because it's too dry to even use now. The Limitless has Capixyl serum in it, which helps grow your lashes. So why not add mascara that is going to grow your lashes at the same time? And I love the Extreme Curl Mascara, and I love this green mascara. So there's like a bunch to choose from. Everybody has their favorites. But mascara just helps open up the whole eye. It really is amazing. It's like the last step, the icing on the cake. It's so freaking pretty. Look at that, how that just opens up my eyes. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Just pop a little tiny bit. Try not to get it all over me on the bottom. And all I have left is brows. Okie dokie. I want to show you guys that the easiest way in the world to do brows is a stencil. I don't know if you've ever used a stencil before, but if you are short on time, the stencil is the way to go. Let me show you. Let me show you this. All you have to do is make sure you have it lined up right. And hopefully I will. Because if you have it lined up right, everything else is easy. So you just put your stencil on, and hopefully it's not like crooked or anything, because then I'll have one higher than the other. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this brow powder. This is in the shade, I can't read it anymore because it's rubbed off, but I think it's the medium shade. And all I'm going to do is take my powder and sweep this back and forth. Okay, how easy breezy is that? One, two, three. The only problem is if I don't have this even, they're going to be crooked. So placement is really important. I'll just brush this forward. And we'll have the grand reveal. Ta-da! Easy breezy 2-second brows. Now, let's try to make that blush color a lipstick, which is like so easy. All you need is your favorite blush. I know this one's kind of light, so I don't know how it's gonna work with making it a lipstick, but it's such a pretty color. Let's try anyway. All you need is our lip plumper or a lip gloss, and get your lips all moisturized. Because the powder has to have something to stick to. And then just rub your finger in your favorite blush color and add it to the gloss. And it becomes a lipstick. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. So that is it. That is how I take my face from an aging old 60-year-old face to something that has like vibrance and color, and it just makes me happy. I have my bronze, I have my pink cheeks, and it's super easy, takes minutes a day, and really the key is the sculpt kit. The sculpt kit, and that's it. So have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave me a comment below, and yeah, have an amazing day. Take care.